What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. All right, we're going back to Phish. Yes, indeed. Phish Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Jason Shaw, and Jason wanted to see me react to this song by Phish called Birds of a Feather. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, you have got to be kidding me, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Fascinated, spelled with a PH, just like Phish, yeah, Fascinated. Riveting. And the video has 35,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Phish, October 20th, 1998. Birds of a Feather. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Okay, we'll do Birds of a Feather.
It's easy sometimes when you just coast along, but like it or not, something always seems to go wrong. Sometimes people build you up so they can knock you down. Sometimes they will have you there cause they need someone around. Perhaps you'll receive invitations for tea. Perhaps you will laugh and you'll make them all smile. Or maybe you'll join them, cause it had to be. Perhaps you'll forget that you forgot for a while. Birds of a feather are flocking outside. 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 Like whippets they dance in a curly cute dance. A pulses and ringing and campfire chants of ritual drumming. Although at first glance you thought you could run, but you won't take a chance. It's not an experience if they can't bring someone along. They hang out emotions, they bottle inside. They peck at the ground and they strut out of stride. Birds of a feather are flocking outside. Birds of a feather are flocking outside. Birds of a feather are flocking outside.
there may be a guitar solo coming up. Hold on, let me back up. Wow, this is a short song. I was I was half expecting this to be like one of those, 8 to 10 minute long jam songs. No, this is a short one. Just a tad over 5 minutes from the looks of it. Cool. That's nice, actually. Believe it or not, I'm digging this. I actually am. This song reminds me of a song from the Yellow Jackets. It's a song called The Spin, where purely from a dynamic standpoint, it's a pretty medium level song, mostly like medium to quiet. It's, like mezzo, I would say mostly mezzo piano. It's like mezzo piano to pianissimo. It goes in that range. At times, it does get up into the mezzo forte range. And then at the very end of the song, like literally the last 4 measures of the song, it goes to fortissimo. I don't know if that's going to happen here. I don't know, but it's really kind of relaxed in the dynamic feel, but the groove and the feel of the song, the tempo of the song, it's upbeat. It's pushing. It's got life. It's got drive. And I love that. I love that laid back sound with that up tempo feel. That's nice. I have to be in the mood for a song like this to really enjoy it. And luckily today, I just happen to be in one of those moods. I'm digging this song. I absolutely am. The thing that's probably impressing me the most about the song is the execution of the vocal harmonies in a live setting. They're nailing them. They're absolutely nailing them. 2-part and 3-part harmonies along with octave splits. And they're nailing them every single time. I gotta say, strictly on the vocal harmonies, I'm impressed. I am absolutely impressed with that. Not easy to do in a live setting, and they're tagging them every single time. Musically, everything sounds good. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm hearing anything all that impressive from anything that's happening from any of the musicians, but everything they're playing sounds solid. I'm not hearing anything that sticks out like a sore thumb. Everything's blending well. Everything's flowing well. Chordal progression makes perfect sense. The melodic lines over it, harmonic lines over it, make perfect sense. I got no issues with the song. None whatsoever. And considering the fact that we're just about halfway through the song, it feels accurate. I was going to say, I hope the song is not dragging, because I have a feeling we're not even halfway through the song, because this, knowing Phish, this is one of those 8-minute long jam songs. And we're at like 2 minutes now. No, actually, 2.5. That feels just about right, actually, within the context of the entire song. It feels like we're about halfway through. That feels good. Let's see if I'm right about this guitar solo. Let's see. Up on the bell on the ride. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I got no complaints about this. Nothing. Nothing but good things for this one. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Phish with Birds of a Feather. This was a request from Jason Shaw. Yeah, honestly, not a lot to talk about that we didn't talk about during the course of the reaction, so this may be a short review. Let's start with the score, and we'll go from there. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.5. Yep, 7.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.5. What does that mean? Well, a 7.5 would translate to a really good skill rating, so overall, I think this was a really good song. It would get 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. So there you go, a 7.5, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? Ha! So glad you asked. I talked at length about pretty much everything about the song during the course of the reaction. Having that play between dynamics and feel, keeping the dynamics on the lower side. Like I don't think we ever got louder than a mezzo piano during the course of this song. I really don't, from an instrumentation standpoint. The instrument stayed pretty low in the mix, even during the guitar solo. I mean, the guitar solo, it did come up a little. I'm still not sure if it went up into the mezzo forte range, though, honestly. I mean, the guitar solo, if I'm being honest, could have been a little bit louder. There were a couple of times during the course of the song where it got a little hard to hear because it was kind of being drowned out. But it was funny, though, because you look at the dynamics and then you look at the pacing of the song, the feel and the energy and the drive of the song, and they're in complete contrast of each other. But it works. It absolutely works. I used one of my favorite songs from the Yellow Jackets. If you've never heard this song, if you're a Phish fan and you like this song, I highly recommend going and checking out the song, The Spin from the Yellow Jackets. Definitely check that out. And I promise you, you will see the parallels that I'm talking about in this song with that song. You might even find yourself enjoying that jazz tune. There's a lot of jazz elements in this song, boy. When they got to those breakdowns, where you had everybody playing on those accented hits on the downbeat of 1 and on the end 2, that ba ba, and then drummer fills, that was very jazz, man. Very jazz. Loving that. Really giving the drummer a chance to really show off some chops. The bass player was moving around pretty consistently throughout the entire song. I mean, he was really putting in some great notational work within the lower register. I don't think he ever once went up on the neck. I was thrilled to hear that. Listen, bass players do not have to go up on the neck to be able to move around and play with notation. You could do it in the lower range and you can make it sound good. He certainly did, so I got no issue with that. I like what I heard from him. Guitar playing sounded really nice. Got no problem with it whatsoever. Nice job filling out the chords, along with the keyboard and piano to really give it a nice full sound amongst 4 people. But at the same time, when it came time for him to solo and he started to solo, it sounded really good. I love when the piano player came in and joined him on the solo and they played in unison, more from a rhythmic standpoint than from a notation standpoint. The keyboardist / piano player, he was doing more chords, but he was saying the same rhythmic pattern and going up with the chordal progression like the guitar player was, but guitar player doing a single note notation. That sounded really cool. Again, another great jazz element. I was digging the groove on this song, man. The groove was pushing, upbeat, up tempo, but with that lower dynamic play, And the vocals on this, very fitting from the lead vocalist. Definitely his vocals definitely lend itself well to the style of song. But what really impressed me about this song, and it's, if I'm being honest, it's really the only thing that impressed me, the vocal harmonies in a live setting. They nailed them. They absolutely nailed them. Whether it be 2-part harmonies, octave splits, or 3-part harmonies, they nailed the harmonies every single time. I didn't hear anybody sharp. I didn't hear anybody flat. I didn't hear any slurs. It was dead on accurate every time, but not robotic and not sterile. It's not like we were listening to an auto-tune recording. No, it was definitely organic. It was definitely live. But man, they got those harmonics down so good. And the fact that they had a song that was about just a little over 5 minutes, and it felt, if I'm being honest, it didn't feel like 5. It felt, that ending flew by, man. It felt like about a 4-minute long song. And when time flies, it's because you're having fun. And I was absolutely enjoying this. No, fun tune, fun song, great listen. I would absolutely listen to this again. Not the most impressive song I've heard from Phish. I've heard more impressive songwriting from them, but playing in a live setting like this, they did a fine job. I got no issue with it, and that's why I'm giving it the really good score of 7.5. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.5, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.